Welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this. This is either part 8 or part 9 of Tides of Numenéra. I'm currently doing something very different from my usual playstyle, which is follow the plot. And I'm having a little bit of an explore. Picked up a side quest in that last video, and now we need to find Allagan's friend. Maybe talk to a couple of other people. Let's just get a lay of the land.
On it.
Aw, Calistige! Yeah, I don't let you. I've decided. For no real reason. This priest is tall, thin, and dressed only in black. Narrow slashes of oil decorate his unlined skin like letters in an unknown tongue. His eyes are harried, but alive with intelligent humor. They land on you with a tiny flicker of recognition. She's back. I wonder what brings her here now. Then his gaze moves from you to Allagan and hardens. Oh good, he says. No one's shouted at me for hours. I already said everything I need to, Allagan says, folding his arms. Anything else would be a waste of breath. What's going on here? You're looking at Min of Thailand, head puppet of the Order of Truth, Allagan says, jerking his head at Min. More interested in where the next shin is coming from than, say, doing any actual research. This may shock you, Min says, and it shouldn't, because we've had this talk before, but research into the Numenéra takes time. Orth needs a quiet place to work. He needs food and a bed, and none of this is free. Min sweeps a hand through his dark hair. Like it or not, and I know you don't, the slave families demand cooperation for their shins. If we don't maintain the levy network, if we don't play their games, the funding goes away, and so does the Order of Truth. Maybe that'd be for the best, Min. Min ignores Allagan's snort of approval and turns to you. Maybe, he says, rubbing his forehead, smearing the grease stains there. You know, I used to have time for my own work. It wasn't always. He waves his hand vaguely. Politics and dinners and polite requests. He gives Allagan a sharp look. We'll find the answers you're waiting for. I'm not asking for gratitude. I'm asking for patience. And with that, he turns his full attention to you. I recognize you, he says. It's been 10 years? I don't think we ever spoke. You were the one visiting Salameri all the time, right? Working on some sort of organic machine technology. You're mistaken. I've never been here before. Oh, he says, frowning. Still his eyes linger on you, trying to remember where he's seen you before. What brings you to the Order of Truth? It's certainly her. Am I wrong? Or is there more going on than I'm aware of? I met an Aeon priest named Beleazar. He's up to something in Circus Minor, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. Is he still there? Min seems genuinely surprised. I was hoping he'd given up, run off, and we'd never see him again. No, I don't really mean that. He coughs. Well, maybe a little. That boy has been obsessed with biomechanical monsters for as long as I've known him, and now a real one has fallen into his lap. He's trying to get himself a physical sample, I think. Tell you what, if you see him again, you can say that I sent you to give him a hand. That'll bring him around, and gods know he needs whatever help he can get. He's brilliant with the books, he shakes his head, but not much else. Where is Orth Fung now? Looking into Allagan's problem, Min says, cocking his head at your companion. I think he mentioned leaving a note for you on his table in case you stopped by, but he was in a hurry. Farewell. I don't remember if he's the one that we can talk to about this whole spy situation. Okay, I don't know if this is... Oh, okay, yeah, there we are. This is where Orthbung usually works. If he left a message for me, it must be here somewhere. Well then, we shall examine the papers and books. Before you have a chance to examine the mess, Alagern leans forward and plucks a folded note from the top of the pile. Orth is a paranoid man. He writes all his messages in code. Looks like this one is for me. He breaks the wax seal and scans the note. As he reads, his face grows tight with fury. Fong took my frame and left. He said it's not safe here. He wrote more about my tattoos and... He snaps his mouth shut. Never mind, he's not here. He glances towards the Aeon priest. We can talk about it some other time. Is there anything there that I might be interested in? No, okay.
It's a plan.
Still have zero clue how I'm supposed to be resting. I mean, I get that we have items that can regen our stats, but like... I don't want to have to purchase many things all the time. Okay, so if I talk to my dude now...
Want to know what was in that note I picked up from Orth? He's gone. Took the device I had him working on and left without saying where he was going. He told me I should take special care with my tattoos. Didn't say what he meant, though. Not sure if he meant I should make them stronger, or if it was because of how I got them, or...
He shakes his head. Not interested in talking about it. Don't ask. I suggest being cautious then. Let's try to keep their use to a minimum. Ha! If you think I should be careful, I'm never going to use them offensively again. They provide enough defensive power anyway. That sounds reasonable. I do think you should stop. Why do you think so? He sighs. If even you're concerned about their safety, I don't dare endanger any more people. He chuckles ruefully. Who can say if the damage is irreversible? So yeah, you say to use caution. I say I'm done throwing these tattoos, for good. I mean, I do feel like that's a bit of an extreme. Like, if he can maintain control, why not? But then also, I'm only being given these two options. So I either have to commit to him using the tattoos or, like, completely stop using them. I'm just gonna say stop using them. He nods. Alright, we'll find out soon enough if we're wrong, I suppose. Okay, so we've got this quest, which we need to go, I don't know if we need to confront the creatures, or at least make our way through where the creatures are. I forget the name of the creatures, it's not coming up anywhere either. Oh no, at the very end there, the Stitcher lair, so we need to get through there, I guess. Which is why I wanted to sleep, because I wanted to get her intellect back up. But we haven't really been able to find anywhere to sleep, so track down the murderer. And then we've got this one, which is, I think it's back in the reef, so maybe let's have a look at that.
Yes.
It's one of those things I keep meaning to, like, just have a Google on how we even rest and recover stats. But I just keep forgetting. Life is a wee bit busy at the moment, so just trying to maintain the one video upload at the moment. And, like, no one's commenting on the fact that Circus Minor is, like, covered in darkness. We don't care?
Fine.
Okay, nice. I was going to say, so the question is, where do we have to go? Right there.
Yes.
It's like a really interesting looking spot.
Yes.
This metal door is thick, heavy, and unmarked by time. Double rows of circular bumps run horizontally and vertically across its surface. As you approach the door, one of the bumps suddenly slides open, revealing a circular aperture. A few tiny waving strands of synth emerge from the hole. The waving strands whip out, wrapping themselves around the eye. For a moment, the eye comes to life, buzzing and whispering, getting warmer in your hand. The synth fibers make soft, fluttery sounds in return. After a moment, they withdraw. The door slides open, and you step into the chamber beyond. A cluster of hunched creatures awaits you in this dark room, smelling of rust and blood. They are bird-like abhumans with chipped beaks, matted feathers, and filthy leather robes. It's not their appearance that reminds you who they are. It's the gritty static that fills your head, a side effect of the creature's telepathy. These are Murdens, cruel and cunning scavengers, and a fifth of their number lies dead on the ground with great chunks torn out of its body. Whoa! Your ability to read minds only exacerbates the static, amplifying it to painful levels. It takes a severe effort of will to shut out the noise. Apparently reading the minds of Murdens is a bad idea. Watch your step, Allagan mutters. I don't know what they're doing here, but I have never met a mudbird that wasn't looking for easy prey. I'm going to talk to them. Good luck. Just don't give them an excuse to attack. That includes threatening them or not threatening them enough. The largest Murden straightens, eyeing you, snapping its beak once, twice. It seems to be waiting for you to speak. You also notice them stealing glances at the door you just came through. You want to leave, don't you? The Murdens freeze and focus on you, their eyes nearly aglow with malice, and something else, exhaustion, shame? The largest one bares its talons at you, hissing, and the clinging static of its thoughts intensifies. I'm going to wait casually. The lead Murden cocks its head at your disregard, its filthy feathers falling limp. The other creatures glance uncertainly at each other. Step aside, maybe they want to leave this place. Oh yeah, see, this is why... let's just yoink it up to... Oh, but I... I have no more intellect. I am dumb. With sliding, careful steps, the Murdens ease past you through the open door. Your eyes are drawn back to the half-eaten Murden on the ground. They must have been trapped in here for a long time. I do kind of like these games where they give you a bit more option as far as what you can and can't do.
All right.
The Murdon has been dead for at least a day or two. The lower portion of its body is missing, and its midsection has been torn open to get at the viscera inside. Burn marks speckle the creature's foul, leathery robes. Lifting these carefully aside, you see the unhealed wounds beneath. The Murden was probably killed by beam weapons, and none of the other Murdens were carrying any. This does not account for the other damage to the corpse. Flesh was torn from the creature in long strips, and since the Murden was trapped in this antechamber with its fellows, you can guess what happened next. Okay, so obviously it got killed by something, and then they were like, hey, free meal.
Ready. Go.
Ooh, a gravity bomb. Yes, please. Oh, I found a cipher. Ciphers are the Numenéra objects that can trigger a powerful effect, but can only be used once. Fair. Ciphers and your cipher limit score are displayed in the special section of the inventory. Take care not to accumulate more ciphers than your cipher limit, or you will experience unpleasant side effects. Right, so they kind of just go in there. I have no say. They can't just sit in my inventory. Okay, I guess I'll try to remember that, but no promises.
Yes, now.
Hold on, I'm just going to step away for a hot second.
Go.
On my way.
A construct floats up to bar your path. Blood speckles its rigid surface. Halt, flesh walker, it bellows. Quake in the boundless shadow of peerless, immortal intelligence of a lost age. Cower before me, and you may be spared. I'll bow to the construct. You give the construct a deep, noble bow. Are you serious, kid? Even the construct seems somewhat taken aback by your show of respect, but it recovers quickly. Enough of these pleasantries. Leave, or my drones and I will smash your bones and burn smoking holes in your fatty innards. What are you doing down here? Great work, worthy of an immortal being, it says. And even that is more than you deserve to know. You mentioned the other drones. What can you tell me about them? They are my hands, the floating orb says smugly. Extensions of my indestructible will, reflections of my brilliance. Okay, well, I'm not going to attack them, so I guess I can really only say, I'm leaving. Excellent. Do not return. We are busy here.
I'll remember that.
That's interesting. Maybe we can come back.
Fine.
At a later date.
It's a plan.
But at least we can go back to What's-Her-Face now and be like, hey, I'm better than Quoro.
On it.
I'm so used to these games where you can like bring up the map and then select the area on the map where you want to go. But you can't do that in this game. The map is only good for, I guess, being a map. You can't interact with it in any way.
All right.
It's a plan.
Yes.
Back so soon, she says, raising an eyebrow. You're far more dependable than Adan ever was. She pauses. In some ways, at least. I want to talk to you about the anechoic lazaret. Oh, she says, her face a carefully composed mask. What is it? Wait, so wasn't I just getting inside? Have I not done what I needed to do? Oh. Oh, okay, well this is a new one, I guess. So the ancient structure has become infested with mechanical drones, each of which refers to itself as peerless. It won't be safe for Salameri to work here until the hostile drones are destroyed. Peerless is purged from the internal systems of the lazaret, and I've dealt with the source. What? Peerless is purged from the internal systems of the lazaret, and I've dealt with the source of the infestation. Okay, I guess we've got to go back and destroy some creatures, machines.
Yes. Let's go.
Alright, I'm just down here because I want to visit this merchant and buy some stuff that will give me a little bit more intel. Ah, that hurts. That costs so much. But until I know how to rest, that's how it's going to be, I guess. I think, yeah, we've also got this one.
Yes.
There we are.